Hello, this is Aaron Witek, and I thought I would make a video to show how I'm moving forward with our studio class and applied lessons at Ithaca College. So the first thing is I am using Zoom for live instruction. And there's some things that you'll want to know with Zoom. Specifically at Ithaca College, we have a license with Zoom. So if I go into Apps Ithaca and scroll all the way to the bottom, go to Zoom, I already have an account made up with my NetPass. So if I go to your host, in here, you can just schedule a meeting, and it's pretty simple. You set your meeting up, your time, how long it's going to be, the ID and everything, and you hit save. And when you do this, you are going to get, run a little slow here, this invitation information. And you're going to send that to whoever you want to set a meeting up with. Now, I actually made my meeting. So if you're going here and schedule a meeting again, I made my meeting where it's reoccurring every day, and I started at AM, so I have the same login for all my students. I could give them it. I made it daily, and I made it 24 hours long. So just as a little tip, so that way I could keep reusing the same code and all, and not have to make a new one every time. So anyways, if I go into my meetings, what did I do there? There we go. Go into meetings. I can see the meetings that I already have. Let me just get rid of that one real quick. So if I go in here, you'll want to download and run Zoom off of your computer. It does run a little bit better that way than running it through the browser. And just to show you real quick with this program, it's a really friendly program. It's pretty easy to use. This obviously starts and stops your video. This mutes your sound and unmutes it. You will want to mute your sound when you're not playing or teaching, or sorry, when you're not playing or listening to your student. You want to have it only unmuted when you're speaking or you're playing. So some other cool things in here is if you go to screen share, you can share what's on your screen. You can have a whiteboard. You can actually AirPlay your iPhone or iPad right to the screen. And what's really nice about that is I've used this before for pointing out like specific things in the music if I have the music on my iPad, or if I even want to draw on my iPad. You can also use the whiteboard, but I kind of like using my iPad because I use my iPencil. You can share what's on your computer. You can share your audio, so if you're listening back to a recording or video. So that's really nice. And part of the reason I'm going to do that is because we're using Flipgrid for the other half of our lesson. So 30 minutes of our lesson is going to be live, and 30 minutes of it is going to be students posting videos to Flipgrid, and I'll get to that in a few. So moving forward with this real quick, there's a couple settings that you want to definitely change on here. So if you go into your preferences, and first we'll just take a look at the audio. You're going to want to, make sure you set up your camera. So if you're using an external camera or internal camera, it'll be right there. If you go to audio, you're going to want to turn off the automatic adjusting microphone volume because it'll keep going up and down. We won't hear your dynamics. And you'll be maxing out the microphone, all different types of things. Right here, you're going to want to adjust the gain. So when you play at your top volumes, it's reaching up here, but you're not over maximizing your microphone out. So I always suggest not pointing directly at your microphone when you're doing this. Through all the lessons, I tell all my students point off to the side. If you're using an external mic, you can select your external mic here. I recommend that you don't listen through your speakers, that you use a pair of headphones. And this just helps with any sound going back into the computer, back towards the student, and causing any delays and confusing your audio, I guess. Now, what's very important is go over to advanced, and we've heard a lot of people talk about this, is to enable the original sound. It's going to be really important so it's not trying to do any noise cancellation. You're also going to want to disable these two options right here. Okay, so that's all you really need to know to set it up, and then start your video. And you'll be playing off to the side, and your student will play, and you'll want to mute yourself when the student plays. So it's pretty easy. You can also record it and it'll upload it to a cloud, and then you'll get a link with that and you can send it back to the student. So that's really nice. Right here, now we have this option where you can turn on the original sound or turn it off. And again, when you're teaching, you want it to be on. Sorry, when you're playing, you want it to be on. You could turn it off while you're talking to help reduce any noise from the outside area. Okay, so let's move on. We are done with Zoom for now. And we are in our studio using, for Pet and Rep class or our studio class, we are using Flipgrid. And Flipgrid was presented to me by one of our music ed faculty, and they use it a lot. And I was like, man, this is really cool. So when you go into Flipgrid, actually, we're going to go to Flipgrid since you're going to want to know how to set it up. So we go in here, and for educators, if you have a .edu and all that, it's free. I'm already in here, and we can see all of my, that was an extra one in there, all of my students. I made all my students their own private folder, and when they go in here, let's just click on here. They have folders to upload their lesson videos. Now this isn't from their live lesson. This is videos such as their fundamentals. I wanted to do scales, Clark exercises, flexibility exercises, transposition, anything like that is going to get posted in here. And then I can reply with a video or a video of me talking, a video of me playing, whatever it might be, I can reply to it. So the reason we're doing this is, one, students don't have, or they're sharing their internet with other people, so they may need time to upload a video, or they don't have enough bandwidth at one time where they can be doing a live stream. So I'm only asking them for a half hour to do that. And I'm also asking, or we're also asking these students to try to work around the schedule of their parents who are working from home right now, and maybe they can't play all the time. So we're, I think this is a good compromise to help the student get some time to work on their own. So if that's they're playing in the evening or whatever, they can post on here. Then their final scale test will be posted on here. And I have some, some things like they have to post before their lesson. This stuff needs to be fulfilled by. And when you set this stuff up, I can show you, if I go in here and I'm creating one of these, actually we should take a step back. Add new topic is how we create one. So let's say scales, which I already have one, but we'll make it. I like to put the time at 5 minutes so they can get, that's the maximum time. Whatever you want to say is your prompt or what the assignment is. Create topic. All set, great. So when I go to my grids, I go back to Nathan's here, there it is, it's right here. I can click on it. And some other things you can do in this, if we go in here and we can actually put the different dates in here, we can create a custom feedback in a rubric. So I actually created this rubric here, and it's out of 10. We add criteria. Oh, sorry, I don't want to add the criteria because I already have them there. We just hit update topic. And now the student would go in here and they can either upload right here from their documents a video, or they can record right to it. Responses all, I think it's totally cool to record right to it. I like to upload a video, and there's actually an app that's free that they can record right on their phone or whatever they're using, and then upload that video right on their phone to the program. So you don't even have to have a computer to do this. But for responses, like I said, I like to use just record right to it. So 3, 2, 1, it's going to record me. I'm going to say whatever, and then I hit next. It's going to upload this and go through that again. It's going to record me. I'm going to say it. Then selfie for a little screenshot next to your comments. So I'll be like, yay, and make a photo, whatever. Hit next. Great, it uploads. So just to show you what happens, now that video is in there. Okay. So for my studio class, I'm going to show you at my studio class what this is like. And I'll just get rid of this real quick. Delete response. That's how you would delete it. I want to permanently delete. Great. So before I forget here, don't want that student to think they have to do a bunch of extra scales in different folders. Okay, great. So go back to my grid. All my students have this flip code. So they need the flip code to go to these actual folders, if you want to call that, or grids is what they call them. So all my students in our syllabus right there is the flip code to our Ped and Rapper Studio class. And then each one I emailed this. So I just go in here, left click, copy link, and send them that link. That's how they know what their flip code is. So if we were to click actually on this flip code, it takes us, and this is what the student sees. They got to log in. I told them to use their school login. Bam, performance rep. Here's the first thing. These are the people that are performing, when it's due, 5-minute limit. It's due on Wednesday. And then everyone has to post replying publicly by using the green chat button underneath. I'm going to show you that in a second. This is an opportunity for our students to demonstrate practicing their teaching chops, so they can demonstrate on their instrument or sing. And this is due by Saturday at 11:59. So I recorded a video of just me talking. This is
blah, 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 blah.
So it's really pixely because I did that while recording and uploading a video at the same time. So we have that, and then the reply video is going to come up next. So this is someone's reply to it. Maybe click on it. This is my reply to
Gosh, Dr. Witek, that was amazing, or that was the worst thing I've ever heard.
So great, that's awesome. If you want to reply to it, so you want our replies, since it's studio class, I want everyone to see what everyone's saying. Hit reply, and again, just like we saw earlier, we can either upload a video or record right to this, our reply. So you can say, hey, that was great, or whatever you might want to say.
Blah, 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 blah.
So that's how that's going to work for our studio class. So Flipgrid's a really neat thing because it can kind of develop this community. It automatically emails me. I have it set up to do that, so I know when somebody posts something in. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm also doing 2 Zoom meetings. I'm doing one of a presentation of a live listening unit where we go over trumpet history and also some trumpet history and trumpet pieces. And then we're doing a self-help report thing, which is we're looking, I stole this from another professor, we're pretty much looking at books, article, podcast, TED Talk, blogs, talking about the mental side, stress, productivity, pretty much self-help stuff, staying positive, balancing one's life. And I'm asking them to all provide a summary of what it is that they watched and what they read or watched, and then citing it. And then I'm going to compile all that information, send it out to the whole studio so we can all learn from it. So that's what we're doing. I'm also going to post my syllabus for this, how we're going forward. I hope that you find this video a little bit helpful as you're preparing for teaching remotely. Take care.